Did you know those everyday foods we used to eat all the time can now increase your cancer risk by 14%, cardiovascular disease by 5.9%, and even raise your risk of early death? And what's even scarier is we're still eating them every single day without even knowing it. Do you think that sandwich you had this morning is safe, or that bowl of cereal last night? I'm gonna tell you why they're not the same as they used to be. And trust me, after watching this video, you'll think twice before putting anything in your mouth. And hello? For anyone who's new to my channel, I'm Dr. Saul Whitman, Chief Medical Officer at Northern Institute for Society Wellness. For over 35 years, I've treated thousands of patients with heart disease, atherosclerosis, stroke, and high blood pressure. My channel shares free medical knowledge and health tips to help you save a ton of money on preventing diseases so you don't have to deal with expensive hospital visits, and helps you live your best life confidently as you age. Today, we're going to talk about an issue I see so many of my patients dealing with, but they have no idea where it's really coming from, and that's food. Food then and now. Let me tell you a story. I was born in 1965, part of the baby boomer generation, and when I was a kid, a loaf of bread had just 4 ingredients: flour, water, yeast, and salt. Simple, clean, and safe. My mom bought bread from the local bakery, and I could read every single ingredient without having to Google anything. But now, try going to the supermarket and picking up a loaf of bread. Look at the label on the back. You'll see a list longer than a poem with names that even I, a doctor with 35 years of experience, have to Google to understand. Mono and diglycerides, calcium propionate, azodicarbonamide. Wait, what's azodicarbonamide? Oh right, that's the stuff they use to make yoga mats and shoe soles. The biggest change over the past 50 years isn't just what goes into our food, but how food is produced. We've shifted from small, family-run farms to massive industrial factories. It's like switching from a cozy, family-owned coffee shop where the owner knows your name and brews fresh coffee every day, to a giant instant coffee manufacturing plant, fast, convenient, cheap, but loaded with all kinds of weird stuff. And this number will shock you. About 94% of animals raised for food today are living on large-scale industrial farms. What does that mean? It means they're not eating natural grass like they used to. Instead, they're fed processed feed containing antibiotics, growth hormones, and things you really don't want to know about. Chickens back in my day took 3 months to grow. Now, just 6 weeks! This isn't a scientific miracle, folks. It's hormones and growth promoters, and all of that goes into the chicken's body and then into yours. But the problem doesn't stop there. What's hiding in your food? Now I'm going to talk about what's really scary. It's not just how food is produced, but what they put into the food. And trust me, this list is way longer than you think. Ultra-processed foods, the stuff that's boxed, frozen, just pop it in the microwave and eat, now account for over 30% of the fat in our diet. And that exceeds the maximum recommended limit of 10% saturated fat that the World Health Organization suggests. So what, you might ask? Fat is just fat, right? Let me tell you, so what? A major study published in 2024 by Oxford General Health involving nearly 500,000 participants followed them for 12 years. And the results? For every 100 grams of ultra-processed food you eat extra per day, just 100 grams, which is about 1 small snack bag, your risk of high blood pressure increases by 14.5%, cardiovascular disease by 5.9%, cancer by 1.2%, and digestive diseases by 19.5%. And that's just 100 grams. You know how much a pack of instant noodles weighs? 85 grams. A hamburger from a fast food joint? 200 grams. Do the math and you'll see where you stand. But here's what I want to emphasize. These aren't numbers I'm making up to scare you. This is real research, published in reputable medical journals with hundreds of thousands of participants. This is scientific fact, not rumor. And if you're thinking, well, I only eat it occasionally, I've got bad news for you. According to surveys, the average American consumes about 60% of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods. 60%! That means more than half of what you eat every day could be silently harming your body. It's like you're slowly pouring poison into your body every single day, but in doses so small you don't notice until it's too late. Dangerous additives. Now, let's talk about the specific villains. The things food companies don't want you to know: artificial food dyes, benzoate preservatives, zero-calorie sweeteners, and emulsifiers. They're all in ultra-processed foods. Sounds harmless, right? It's just to make food look prettier, last longer, taste sweeter without the calories. But here's the truth. A 2024 study proved that artificial azo food dyes and sodium benzoate preservatives cause behavioral disorders in children. Kids become hyperactive, can't focus, and have behavioral problems. That's why many European countries have restricted or banned their use. But it gets worse. Titanium dioxide, a substance that makes food whiter, commonly found in candy, cakes, and many other foods, was completely banned by the European Union in 2022 because it can damage DNA. What does DNA damage mean? It means it can cause cancer. But in the US, still allowed. Potassium bromate, used to improve bread texture, making it softer and fluffier, has been banned in the UK, Canada, Brazil, and many other countries because studies show it's linked to cancer. But guess what? In the US, it's still in some breads and frozen pizzas. It's like playing Russian roulette with your stomach. Spin the chamber, pull the trigger, maybe you're fine, maybe you're not. Meeting your maker! And here's what worries me as a doctor. Sodium nitrite and nitrate, commonly found in processed meats like bacon, sausages, and deli meats, when heated at high temperatures, can form nitrosamines, a compound proven to increase the risk of colorectal cancer. And this isn't just me saying this. The World Health Organization, WHO, has officially classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen. What does Group 1 mean? It means it's in the same category as cigarettes and arsenic. That's right, your breakfast hot dog is on the same list as cigarettes! Have you ever thought a sandwich could be that dangerous? Why is this happening? And now the biggest question, why? Why are these substances still allowed if they're so dangerous? Why isn't the government doing anything? The answer will disappoint you even more. In Europe, they have something called the precautionary principle. What does that mean? It means if they can't completely rule out potential harm, they won't allow that substance to be used. Safety first, convenience second. But in the US, the bar is much lower. Food companies can even self-determine that an additive is generally recognized as safe, abbreviated as GRAS, and add it to food without even notifying the FDA. It's like letting strangers walk into your house without checking their ID, just because they say, "I'm a good person, trust me." Would you do that? Of course not. But that's exactly how our food system operates. Sometimes I think the president is tougher on deporting immigrants than deporting companies making unsafe food. And here's the saddest part. Many of these additives were approved decades ago, when science wasn't as advanced as it is now. Today, we have more research, clearer evidence of their harm. But to recall an already approved substance, that's a complicated legal process, expensive, and usually takes years. Meanwhile, big food companies have teams of lawyers and money to protect their interests. And you're just an average consumer trying to buy a safe loaf of bread for your family. And that's why I'm doing this channel. Because someone has to speak the truth. Someone has to stand up for you, the consumer, my patients, those who are silently affected by what they eat every day without even knowing. So what should you do? So now what are you thinking? Oh my God, what am I supposed to eat now? Is everything toxic? No, it's not like that. I don't want you to panic. I want you to have the knowledge to make the right decisions. Here's what I recommend you do. First, read labels. If you can't read the name of an ingredient, or it has more than 5 syllables, be careful. Real food doesn't need complicated names. Second, choose whole foods, minimally processed. Fresh fruits and vegetables, unprocessed meat, whole grains. The closer to its natural state, the better. Third, cook at home more often. I know you're busy, I know modern life is hard, but just a few meals a week and you've already taken control of most of what goes into your body. And finally, remember, our grandparents lived healthy, long lives with simple meals, rice, vegetables, fresh meat, minimal seasoning, nothing fancy. And we can do that too. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just go back to what's simple and natural. Your body will thank you, your heart will thank you, and you'll have a healthy life full of energy to enjoy your golden years. If you found this video helpful, share it with your loved ones, parents, siblings, friends, so they know and can avoid these risks too. Knowledge is power, and health is your most precious asset. Hit that like button so this video gets recommended to more people, helping more folks learn the truth about the food they're eating every day. And don't forget to subscribe so we can meet again in the next tips. I've got so much more to share with you about living healthy and preventing disease. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'll answer. I'm here for you, for your health. And I'm Saul Whitman. Choose clean food, and I'll see you in the next video.